Greetings folks, in this long skinny box from Banggood we have the MG-800 High Wing Tractor Motor Trainer. It's 80 centimetre wingspan, or 31 inches I think it is, made from EPP. Really simple, really tough, just honest little trainer plane I guess, but let's have a look at it. Good set of Chinese instructions. You can actually interpret some figures here. 2208 1400 kV motor, 8x6 prop, 30 amp ESC, 1500 to 2200 3S LiPo. That's as much as I can work out from that, but anyway, let's have a look at it. So nice stickers, very good. May or may not use them. There's the wing, all just one unit, no spar. Nice sort of tough flexi EPP. Ailerons need to be freed up a fair bit. They're sort of still joined I think. A little bit of slicing. Has a little bit of anhedral which isn't quite right. Servo's already installed. Horizontal stabilisers, 2 halves. Bit of padding with nothing else in it. There's the fuselage. It's just a sort of a boxy, solid, tough, simple little plane. Just an honest little model, I reckon. It'll be a sort of a tough little trainer. Might be okay. Comes with a 8x6 prop and a spare. Nice touch. Landing gear and box goodies. A couple of wheels in there as well. That's all that's in the box. Looking inside, we have a 30 amp ESC with a Dean's connector. Luckily, I have Dean's to XT60 connector, which I'll use. So that just plugs in. Or you can chop that off and solder on an XT60 if you want. Now we have a single servo already mounted in there for the horizontal stabiliser. You can see we've got 2 push rods coming out. So there's sort of a Y setup for the push rods, and that's because we've got split horizontal stabilisers. So we've got 1 push rod going to either side. We do have a rudder sort of hinged, but it needs to be cut and properly hinged, I suppose, if you want a rudder. It's set up not to have a rudder at this stage, but it is definitely an option. So 2 push rods going to either side. It does, in another nice touch, have a little moulded recess there for a U-shaped wire if you want to link the 2 sides together. Have 1 push rod operating the horizontal stabiliser, put in another servo and another push rod for the rudder, if you so want. So these will just slot in there, that way actually. They will just glue in there like that, quick and easy. Just like that. The wing, very simple. It has a tab at the front, hooks under there. We have a carbon fibre crossbar, carbon fibre tube that goes under the back there. A plywood plate that I think it just gets glued on the back there, and the wing is just held down by a rubber band as far as I can work out. Something like that. Well, that'll be glued down of course, but it just makes for a really simple, really easy to assemble, crash-proof little plane. Let's get it put together and flying. It actually looks like this plane has a couple of different setup options. You can see 2 different spots for control horns here, and that's because there's an option for having a central servo to operate 2 ailerons, which I never like that setup, so it's good that you have the option of individual aileron setup, and that linked ailerons and rudder. Alright, so first off, let's free up these ailerons. They're nice and free as soon as you cut these little spots out here. Excellent. And we have the sort of snap-in style going out here. They just push together like that. That's good. So quick and easy. Same for the twin elevator linkages. So they're all in and functional now. What I'm going to do is glue this patch on. We actually have a couple of holes here, but there's nothing to screw them into underneath here, so no. So that's just going to glue on there. I'm just going to use hot glue for the moment. And I'm just going to hot glue these in as well. You have to work reasonably quick with hot glue because it does grip pretty quickly. Just make sure it's nice and square. That's good. Excellent. That's all the gluing we need to do, so I can put the hot glue gun away. We have a Y lead for the ailerons as well, so we can run this on a 3-channel receiver. So I'm putting ailerons into one. I've actually got a 6-channel receiver here, which is way overkill. Elevator into 2. Throttle into 3. And I've got my telemetry cable here as well, seeing I'm going to put a current sensor on so we know what current draw we have. All good information. Now we'll see what battery. I'm going to start off with a 1300 battery, I think. Looks like a 1300 plane to me. We'll see how the CG goes anyway. So I'll push that right up forward. And the neat thing is, to mount the wing, all you do is pop the rubber band over there. Maybe I'd go around another time. Oh, I need to glue that post in too. So that is nicely held. Centre of gravity with the prop on. There are no centre of gravity marks, but coincidentally it usually ends up where the servo wire is, or where the thickest part of the wing is, or around 25 to 30% back, which is right where the servo wires are, and that's balancing pretty much right on at the moment, and we haven't put the landing gear on yet, so let's do that. Landing gear just slots in and angles forward. And we have some collars to stop them sliding off with a grub screw in there. Now that's balanced like that with a 1300 3S push right forward. So you could quite easily have a 2200 or 1800 back a little bit further. So nice and simple. Now let's just work out the weight of that. So that's about 445 grams, reasonably lightweight. All we need to do now is put the push rods and linkages in. Already a pre-drilled hole. I would prefer lock nuts on there, they're just tiny little normal nuts. Suppose we could put some thread locker on there though. Good to note that we have a spare linkage adjuster and control horn for the rudder if you want to put it in. That's very nice. So now I'm going to do a current draw test to see what the maximum current is. That's pulling 20 amps at maximum throttle, so my ESC is fine and the prop is fine. So there we are, all together, ready to fly. That'll do for this video. I think it'll be a nice, simple little easy plane to fly. Might be a very good first tractor prop and landing gear plane, but we shall see when we take it for a fly. Coming up very soon. Thanks for watching.